Okay, dear students, in this lecture, in last lecture we already discussed about variational principle. So using the variation principle, here I am going to do the ground state of helium atom. So in this program, to find the ground state energy of helium atom. So helium atom means 2 electron plus nucleus. We know the nucleus plus one electron is equal to hydrogen atom. We are already familiar with the with the hydrogen atom. It has 1 electron. Here nucleus means 2 proton and 2 neutron. So we know using variation principle we can find the ground state energy using a trial wave function. So for that we need to find the expectation of Hamiltonian. So here for this helium atom, so we can do the we have to define the Hamiltonian of helium atom first. So the Hamiltonian of helium atom, Hamiltonian for helium atom contain 2 independent hydrogenic Hamiltonian, because hydrogen Hamiltonian means 1 electron and 1 proton. In that way we have here 2 electron and 2 proton. So we can consider it as a 2 independent hydrogenic Hamiltonian and an additional electron interaction. And the wave function taken as product of 2 normalized hydrogenic ground states. Two hydrogenic wave function, to ground state wave function. Suppose 2 independent wave function we can product together, we get the wave function for the helium atom. So for this one, what is hydrogen atom? So first of all, I just explain what is hydrogen atom for your reference. Is a nucleus is there, an electron is there. Okay, so what is Hamiltonian for hydrogen atom? Minus h cut square by 2 mu or 2m del square minus z e square by r. What is the form here? Z e square by r we call potential. Okay, this is hydrogen atom. And what is the ground state energy? Wave function, or sorry, ground state wave function. So 1 by pi a0 cube all raised to half e power minus r by a0. So hydrogen like atom in general we can write as wave function as 1 by root pi z by a0 all raised to 3 by 2 e power minus z r by a0. So this is simply a prerequisite knowledge from hydrogen atom. So this is initially we have to define Hamiltonian and the wave function. So the wave function, the trial wave function I take as phi1 r1, phi2 r2. So suppose this is phi1. So in that way I take as z phi1 into phi2, this equation will come z cube by pi a cube expansion minus z by a0 r1 plus r2. So this is the phi. And important thing is that the screening of the attraction of any one electron to nucleus by the other electron, because an electron can attract with the nucleus, but there is a second electron is present is there in helium atom. Due to that electron, there is a maybe there is a some difference in the attraction between the electron, the second electron and the nucleus. So due to the screening of the attraction of any one electron to nucleus by the other electron, there will be effect. There is an effect will happen. That is, a nuclear charge is not exactly 2e, but to be expected to be lesser. So actually the electron charges are really e plus e, 2e, but there will be a screening of one electron to the other interaction. So we can tell that nuclear charge is not exactly 2e, because the two proton is there, but there is in nucleus, so it's actually it's not 2e. There we expected to be lesser. This is due to the screening of electron. Okay, lesser, and this screening is called is the Coulomb screening. Okay, so effective reduction in atomic number makes this is making a reduction in atomic number to Z prime, which is taken as this quantity Z prime is taken as the variational parameter in this problem. Variational parameter. So we are define phi with instead of ZE, I am replacing Z prime E. That phi with Z prime E phi I took as a trial wave function. This is the trial function in this problem. So I got a trial function. So I come back to Hamiltonian. So what is Hamiltonian? I define here Hamiltonian is the Hamiltonian of two independent hydrogen Hamiltonian plus electron-electron interaction. So that way I can written as minus h cut square by 2m del 1 square minus z prime e square by r1 plus minus h cut square del 2 square by 2m minus z prime e square by r2 plus z prime minus z e square 1 by r1 plus 1 by r2 plus EL square by r1. So this is the total Hamiltonian of the helium atom. My assumption like that. So here I need to find expectation of h with respect to the trial wave function. This is what I am going to do. So expectation of EH is equal to phi 1 minus h cut square by 2m del 1 square minus z prime e square by r1 phi 1 plus phi 2 minus h cut square by 2m del 2 square minus z prime e square by r2 phi 2 plus z prime by z phi 1 e square by r1 plus phi 1 plus z prime by z phi 2 e square by r2 phi 2 plus phi 1 phi 2 e square by r1 2 phi 1 phi 2. So my aim is to find this all term 1 2 3 for 5 terms. I need to calculate, and altogether we get the expectation of h. This is what is the problem in this exercise. So I took the first term here. This I call it as h1, and so phi 1 minus h cut square by 2m del 1 square minus z prime e square by r1 phi 1. I call it as a expectation of h1. So my aim is to find this one first. So I am going to find h1. So before that, I just go through some tools. We know in spherical polar coordinates, what is del square? 1 by r square, dou by dou r, r square by dou by r, plus 1 by r square sin theta, dou by dou theta, sin theta, dou by dou theta, plus 1 by r square sin square phi, dou square by dou phi square. Okay. And so this is, we already know the del square operator in the spherical polar coordinates. And also, what is phi 1 here? We know what is phi 1. So phi 1 is the wave function of what is our phi 1? Phi 1 is equal to z cube by pi a cube exponential minus z r1 by a0. Yeah. So in this problem, I just take some z prime, and this thing is a normalization constant. So a z by a, this quantity is z by a. Here this much is a. This z by a0 I put alpha for z prime, yeah, z prime a. So a is equal to z prime cube by pi a cube, pi a0 cube, and z by a0, z prime a0 I put alpha. In that way I am going to represent this phi. So phi 1 is nothing but then a e power minus alpha r1, and so a e power minus alpha r1. Here the wave function phi has only radial part only, so I need to find, or there is no need to find the theta part and phi part, because it's a independent wave. So the wave function considers independent of theta and phi. Wave function only has a part r1, radial part only, so no need to evaluate only. So we are going to evaluate only a radial part. So radial part of the del square. So for that, the first term is equal to phi 1 we got. What is r1 square dou phi 1 by dou r1. That is what we are first aim. That is equal to, sorry, so phi 1 is a e power minus alpha r1. I am going to find dou phi 1 dou r1 equal to minus a alpha e power minus alpha. The second step is r1 square dou phi 1 by dou r1 is equal to minus a alpha r1 square e power minus alpha r1, and the second thing is dou by dou r1 into r1 square dou phi 1 by dou r1 is equal to a alpha square r1 square e power minus alpha r1. So product rule we need to apply here, 2a alpha r1 e power 1. Can do that problem is, so product rule is there, so just taking this one and divide with 1 by r1 square with this one, so it's become 1 by dou r1 r1 square dou phi 1 by dou r1 is equal to a alpha square e power minus alpha r1 minus 2a alpha e power minus alpha r1 by r1. I just divide an r1 square throughout this process. So now I found this much in the del square operator with radial part only. Okay. Now I'm going to this Hamiltonian operation. So the Hamiltonian we need to find minus h cut square by 2m del square r1 phi 1. This is the operation. So I found this much now. I found this much. So I multiply with the minus h cut square by 2m minus h cut square a alpha square minus 2 alpha by r1 e power minus alpha. I took a and e power minus alpha on as a constant outside. So I found this much now. This much I found, and now I'm going to find h1. That's h1. What is h1 now? It's equal to 0 to r integral 0 to infinity, phi integral 0 to pi, so theta integral phi integral 0 to 2 pi minus h cut square by 2m alpha square plus h cut square alpha by em there is an additional term is z prime e square by r1. The term will come here minus z prime e square. 1 by r1 is common to this term r1. So this is the constant terms will come there, and the remaining term is a square e power minus 2 alpha r1 integral r square dr1 sin theta d theta d phi. So while integrating this term, we are going to integrate only r term, because only r term is a theta integration, and phi integration become 2 into 2 pi, it's become 4 pi total. So 4h1 is come 4 pi come out, and the remaining integration 0 to infinity integration only, minus h cut square by 2m alpha square plus h cut square alpha by m minus z prime e square 1 by r1 a square e power minus 2 alpha r1 square e power that's all into dr. This is what I am going to find. I just rearranging this equation. I got 4 pi 0 to infinity minus h cut square by 2m alpha square a square r1 square e power minus 2 alpha r1 dr1 plus second term 0 to infinity h cut square alpha by m a square r1 e power minus 2 alpha r1 dr1 minus third term 0 to infinity z prime e square a square r1 e power minus 2 alpha r1 dr1. This is 3 integration. I just open up the brackets. That's all I done. I split it to 3 terms as an integration for 0 to infinity. Here I want to add a standard integration. Using the standard integral, you can do this whole stuff. So what is the standard integral? 0 to infinity x raised to n e power minus x dx integration can simply written as n factorial by a raised to n plus 1. Using this standard integral, I am going to do this step. h1 is the left hand side is equal to 4 pi z, and what is constant terms are there? A square minus is there, a square is there, minus a square alpha square h cut square minus a square alpha square h cut square by 2m, and this much is constant, and the remaining term is integration over r1 square into e power minus 2 alpha r1. That integration is in the same form of this integral, so that become r raised to square. So the x raised to n is 2 here, so 2 factorial, that is 2 factorial is nothing but 2 by a is here in this here a is 2 alpha, a raised to n plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. So one term plus the second term integration constant as are there, h cut square alpha by m a square. Here that's also the same of standard integral r raised to e power minus 2 alpha r1. So that's in the form of x raised to n is equal to 1. So that's equal to 1 factorial by a is equal to 2 alpha. So 2 alpha all square. So second term. What is third term? So it's the minus is there, not plus, minus standard integral are for the constants are z prime e square a square is there. X raised to n form is r raised to 1, so 1 factorial 1 by 2 alpha square. So this much. So we have done the integration using that, simply using standard integral. So just simplify this one, we get, just multiply with 4 pi throughout, and we are going to get minus a square h cut square pi 2 em alpha plus a square h cut square pi by m alpha minus a square z prime e square pi by alpha square. So by simplifying this equation, h1 is equal to a square h cut square pi by 2m alpha minus a square z prime e square pi by alpha square. Substituting this value of a square in this equation, substituting, we know what is a. We just put a constant, the normalization constant. So substituting a square, what is a? A square is equal to z prime q by pi a0 cube, and alpha is equal to z prime a0. So from this one, and what is a0? Bore radius a0, h cut square by m e square. If you want, you can substitute this all, and the h prime become what is, okay, sorry, going to substitute this all, a square. What is a square? Now I want to find pi a square is equal to, a square is equal to z prime q by pi will cancel, by remaining is a0 cube is there. A0 cube means h raised to 6 will come, m cube come e raised to 6, and alpha is equal to z prime, instead of a0 I substitute value h cut square. So I now I got this a0 square pi I got, Now I find pi a square h cut square by 2m alpha. Now I am going to find pi a square h cut square by 2m alpha. I just substituting this whole thing here. Cube m cube e power 6 by h cut 6 into h cut square by 2m into h cut square by z prime m e square. So this is just rearranging this equation. Z prime square m e raised to 4 by 2 h cut square. Final form this one. So I just call this as a z prime square wh, where wh is equal to m e raised to 4 by 2 h cut square. Is nothing but energy of a hydrogen atom. For n is equal to 1, we know this value 13.6 electron volt. So in that term, in 30.6 electron volts, I found this one now, and this is the first point, and now I got this much. Which one? I found this much. Okay. Next, I am going to find this. Okay. I am going to find pi a square z prime e square by alpha square. The same way, I am going to substitute this all value here. You can do this one, and you can get m square e raised to 4, and just solving this rearranging this equation, you get in this form. This is nothing but 2z prime square wh. So now we got two terms. Now what is h1? Expectation of h1, this minus this, this minus, we got two terms, this minus this minus this. So I am going to substitute is there. So it is nothing but I got a value. So this is h1. So above integral procedure, we are done to find this integration of this one. Which one? Here this we have okay, yeah. Here we have 5 terms. One term here. This is h1. This is h2. This is h3, h4, h5. We need to find these 5 terms. Here we found h1 only. The similar way we can do h2, h3 and h5. All are same method of integration. No need to do that one. You can just state that because we all detailedly done this one. So above procedure, this procedure can employ to evaluate all the expectation value in H. So in expectation H we can do all steps and we get an answer that minus 2z prime square wh plus 4 into z prime minus z wh plus 5 by 4 z prime wh. This is the total expectation of Hamiltonian. How here while doing this one, if you want, you can do this one as a exercise. R1 phi 1 we going to get wh and phi 1 phi 2 e square by r1 2 phi 1 phi 2 is equal to 5 by 4. Okay. So I'm going to use this integration and substituted this. And okay, now this is the expectation value. We got the energy value, but this is we have to apply the variation z prime. We treat it as a variational parameter. Variational parameter. We minimize this h. Minimize with respect to z prime we get, that is dou h1, sorry, dou h with respect to dou z prime, that's equal to 0. This is a minimization condition. So we are differentiating this equation. It's very simply differentiation. Minus 4z prime wh is the first integration, plus 8z prime wh minus 4z wh plus 5 by 4 wh. So it's equal to 0. So minimization condition. Here minus 4z prime wh plus 8z prime wh is equal to 4z prime. It's become 4z prime. Wh will cancel from all terms, and the remaining term is here 4z is come outside, minus 5 by 4. All terms cancel. We got a relation z prime is equal to now with this value of z prime, we got the z prime. Just substitute this z prime in expectation of h. Where is expectation of h? This much. Total h. While substituting this z expectation of h, this is substitute in h. We get energy. It's almost equal to minus 2 z minus 5 by 16 all square wh. So can't find it. You can try it to do this. We know wh is equal to minus 13.6 electrovolt. So in that way, this energy is equal to minus 77.46 electrovolt for helium atom. So this is the theoretical calculation for the using the variational principle. So the experimental value done for this experimental value, while doing the experimental value, it's also is equal to minus 78.975 electrovolt. So almost same. So it means variation principle is a best approximation technique to do in this type of problem. So this is the ground state of helium atom using the variation principle. You just go through this all, you get a good idea and make a note. I hope you understood this step. It's very simple but lengthy one, but not that much difficult steps are not there. So you just go through and make notes. You can enjoy it well. Thank you very much.